Hi everybody, if you have this training, it means that you will be helping us proctor the ACT Workkeys on April 10th, this coming Tuesday. Just a rundown of the schedule for the day. All students will report to their first hour class. Please take attendance at the beginning of first hour, and students will be dismissed around 7:45 to either their testing classroom or where they're going for their college visit, and this will be made by an overhead announcement on Tuesday. So before testing, I'm going to put a manual in all of your mailboxes today. There's some pages just to kind of look over to make sure that you guys are ready to go on Tuesday. If you've proctored the ACT test before, the ACT Workkeys is going to be a lot like this. So please look over pages 27 to 30. It covers details about the test day activities. Pages 30 to 39 before giving the test on Tuesday. As you have students enter your classroom on Tuesday, please check them off on your class roster that you will have. Remind students to put their phones in their lockers or turn off and have out of sight for the duration of the test. Direct students to to their seats as you enter. What I would do is just have students kind of sit alphabetically. That way, when the students are testing, you can complete the seating chart because you have a list of their names there and you can put their names in. There's an announcement on page 32 about having electronics during the test. Please read that to your students first before they begin testing that day. The first thing you guys will do is to start the demographics portion with your students. Please read verbatim starting on page 40 and it goes through page 44. They will need to know this right here, the county code 29047. I would just write that on your board. When they're done with the demographics, you'll start reading the verbal instructions starting on page 45. Please note to keep accurate time during the test and record your start and stop times. You can use a watch, stopwatch, or clock in your room. I'm going to move this down here a little bit. So your students are going to be taking 3 different tests. The first test they will take is going to be the workplace documents test, and that's a 55-minute test. After that, they'll have a 10-minute break, 15 minutes if you think they need some extra minutes, but please ensure that they're being quiet in the hallway and that also that your test booklets are kept safe and secure in the classroom. After that, they'll take an applied math test, and they are allowed to use an ACT-approved calculator on this test. And then the third one they'll be taking will be the graphic literacy test, and all these tests are 55 minutes long. One thing to note is that each test is going to be a separate test booklet, and then there's going to be one answer folder to complete for all 3 of those tests. So after they take each one of these tests, please make sure they turn in their test booklets, and they will keep their answer documents to complete for each of the 3 tests. After testing, please make sure that all materials have been collected from the students. Sort the test booklets and answer documents in different stacks. Please make sure your seating chart is completed and the class roster is completed. If you need to complete an irregularity report for anything, please let me know. If like a phone went off during testing or any kind of situation like that, just let me know and we can complete that together. Don't worry about the serial numbers of the test booklets on your seating chart. That's something that I will complete, so you guys don't have to do that. Bring all materials to the conference room when you are done, and thank you so much for being supportive of the testing today. As of now, here's our schedule for after testing, but we will send you any information if it changes. Testing should be approximately 4 hours, and that includes the demographics and includes some time for break as well. When students are done with their tests, they can read a book, work on homework, as long as everybody is finished in the testing room. It should be about 12:15 that students will be released for lunch. They'll report back to their testing locations about 12:45. And then about 1 o'clock we'll be released for a bulldog time. So we'll have a little bit of an extended bulldog time that day. And if you note any students on your attendance roster that were there before who are absent, please make a note of that. Thank you guys. Please let me know if you have any questions. Thank you so much. Have a good weekend.